Hey campers, I'm Landon with Luno, and today on Camp Cuisine, we're making grilled cheeses. We've got 3 delicious recipes that are ooey, gooey, salty, savory, and sweet. Before we get too far into making sandwiches, although I'm hungry, I should probably explain my setup here. So I've got my regular camp table, but I've actually placed it on top of my bike rack. It's kind of a fun hack, especially if space is limited at your campsite, to just throw it on top. Careful, some of the edges are a little bit wobbly, but if you have a bike rack, try giving it a go. So I've got my camp table, I've got a 2-burner stove here. I'm using a cast iron today to cook all the grilled cheeses. Cast iron is great because it retains heat better and more evenly, so that way your grilled cheeses toast nicer. For propane today, I am actually running down to a small propane tank. These things are not only way more cost efficient, but you're also saving the planet because you're using less of those green camping propane canisters, which is awesome. A few other things I brought with me, variety of utensils. This is just my camp kitchen kit. This comes with me everywhere. I have some seasonings as well. These little storage containers are great for storing your seasonings in. I always make my own like blends before coming out camping. Make sure those are always topped off. And then garlic salt. Garlic salt's kind of the secret ingredient, especially for grilled cheeses. If you add a little bit of this to it, it adds so much more flavor and elevates your grilled cheese. So garlic salt, you'll see where that comes in later. All right, let's get to cooking. So first grilled cheese we're doing is gonna be a twist on an old classic, just straight cheddar. But if you love pickles, this one's gonna be for you. We're throwing pickles on the classic grilled cheese, and if you've never tried it before, highly recommend it. It's kind of a game changer. For bread choice, it's kind of up to you, as every grilled cheese. It should go without saying, you can swap out any of these ingredients for anything that you would want on your sandwiches. For bread, I always prefer something like sourdough. So a couple of sandwiches today will be on sourdough. Just a little bit spiced up take on the classic grilled cheese. I splurged. Got the local Tillamook cheese and some nice pickles. So the pickles are going to be a nice sweet addition to the cheddar. I prefer sharp cheddar on my grilled cheese and sourdough. So we're going to assemble that now. Tip if you're cutting cheese straight from the block, especially for grilled cheese, you're going to want to cut your slices really thin. Even if you like a lot of cheese on your sandwich, you'll still want to cut more thin slices than just a few thick ones. It'll help the cheese melt more evenly. You gotta taste it, make sure it's good. So when it comes to your pickle selection, totally up to you. I recommend just classic dill. If you get the round chips, I think these are the best experience on grilled cheese. But yeah, up to you. Okay, so if you are putting stuff in the middle of your grilled cheese, pro tip is that you should put cheese on either side of the insides, so like the pickles aren't gonna melt, aren't gonna get sticky and gooey. Put some cheese on both sides so that way when it melts, your bread and everything will melt and stay together. All right, grilled cheese number 2. We're stepping it up a little bit more, getting a little bit fancier, increasing the number of ingredients. This one is a prosciutto, provolone, and pesto grilled cheese. Similarly, for this one, I'm gonna be using sourdough. You can sub it out, like I've said, for any bread that you like. This is a grilled cheese that is nice and salty, especially if you're maybe coming back from a hike and craving those electrolytes and the sodium. This one is perfect for you. So, like I said, the key ingredients that we need: provolone cheese, prosciutto, and some pesto. First step is to pesto your pieces of bread. So the pesto will actually be on the inside of the sandwich, not the outside. If you do put it on the outside, it will end up burning before your cheese and everything on the inside melts. So put the pesto on the inside of the sandwich. Next up, we're gonna do 2 slices of provolone. Do cheese against the bread whenever you can and whenever you have other fillings. So we're gonna do 1 slice of provolone on each half. This is up to you on how much prosciutto you want to use. So other substitutes, if you don't want to go for prosciutto, you could do bacon. That would be amazing with this. You can also go for something like pepperoni. If you're gonna do pepperoni or salami, any of those cured meats goes really well with the pesto and the provolone. So customize to your heart's desire. This is just my recommendation. Use it as inspiration to create your own masterpiece. For the last grilled cheese of the three, we're stepping up our game yet again, and we're doing the Brie, basil, and blackberry grilled cheese. The triple crown, if you want to call it that. So we're stepping it up in terms of ingredients as well. I've got some nice rustic bread that we're gonna use for this one. I have some blackberry preserve. I highly recommend going for a preserve or a jam rather than a jelly, just because the jams and the preserves will have more texture in it, some more berry bits, and they taste really good when you put it on a sandwich. For basil, we're just using good old regular Italian basil. And then for Brie, pick up whatever Brie you can find. I've got this. This is not gonna do. So, calling in backup. We're gonna give this a go. To assemble, really easy. Spread some blackberry jam on your bread. Brie on both sides. Boom, boom, boom. Throw the basil down in the middle. Ooh, that's a lot of basil. Gotta get your greens in somehow. And then we're gonna slap this right on there. So I think we're ready to cook after all of that. Pro tip, keep some paper towels or a rag in your camp stuff, because you never know when you need to wipe stuff off. Make sure they end up in the trash. Don't let it blow away. All right, so now we're down to cooking. So when you cook your grilled cheeses, definitely recommend turning on the gas first. All right, now we're cooking with gas. When you're cooking grilled cheeses, you wanna use a medium to low heat. If you go too high, you're gonna end up burning your bread before your cheese has a chance to melt. So you wanna do it kind of slower than you would expect, but that's how you get a nice, perfect, golden, crispy grilled cheese. So, like I said earlier, secret ingredient, a little bit of garlic salt. Maybe avoid the prosciutto one since that one's already kind of salty, but take a little sprinkle of this and put it, especially like on a regular grilled cheese, just put it right in the between. Add a little bit onto there. Oh, that little bit of salty garlicness adds so much to a grilled cheese and is so good. So for your grilled cheeses, I always like to just throw whatever oil or butter into the pan directly and then put all the grilled cheeses on top of that. And then before flipping your grilled cheese, I'll add a little bit more, re-lubricate the pan before cooking the other sides. Another tip, if you do want all your cheese and everything to melt evenly, if you do have like a lid or a cover for your pot or pan, just go ahead and put that over top and it'll help trap some of that heat in, make everything melt and come together nicely. While you wait, don't go too far from it because you don't want it to burn, but it's a little bit chilly out. Might as well, since my bed is also in my kitchen. I'm gonna lay down and get warm for a sec. Oh my God, it's amazing in here. I don't wanna get out. All right, should probably check on the grilled cheese. All right, I think, look at that. I think we're ready. Oh my gosh, God, look at that. Yes. ASMR. Time to eat. All right. Oh, this is a big tip. When you take it off the pan, make sure to flip it and place it so that the pan side that you just took off is up. if you take it and place the same side that was just on the pan down, all that steam and heat is gonna make your bread soggy. So to keep your grilled cheese outside nice and crisp, make sure to flip it when you put it on the plate. These are about to be gone in a few minutes here, but wanted to show them off real quick. We've got the classic with a little bit of flair to it, cheddar and pickles. We've got the salty one, pesto, provolone, and prosciutto. And then we've also got, this one is almost like dessert, but a little bit of savory in there as well. The Brie, blackberry, and basil. This one is my personal favorite. All right, this one's for you. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, take these as inspiration. Make your own bomb, amazing sandwiches on your next camping trip. Let us know which recipes we should try next or how we can make these even better. But for more resources, check out lunolife.com or follow us on socials. And we'll see you on the trails. Wow, it's actually really hard to get into bed with grilled cheese in your hand. Okay. Brought one of each. And I'm not cooking grilled cheeses. I'm usually sleeping in my car, that is. This is my setup. This is the home away from home. This is the home on wheels. Home is where you park it.